and welcome to Talking Cannabis with Ilana Jones. I have with me today Daryl and Dude. We're going to be talking today about our topical, of course. We're going to be taking questions online. We are also going to announce we're going to play a game, and it's called Share the Video. So the person that shares this video the most by next Thursday will win a prize, and you will not be disappointed. So share the video as many times as you can. We have calculations of who will win, and we will send you a personal message. Daryl, you were talking about having some interest in wanting to use the topical.
Yeah, because it's good for pain, you know.
Yeah. So what hurts?
Playing basketball, you know how that little shoulder messed up.
Mm-hmm.
Still kind of hurt when I do certain moves.
Well, let's put some on you and see.
Nice.
Where at?
So right here.
Now, was it uncomfortable before we put it on?
Before I put it on, it was kind of comfortable.
Okay. Well, what do you think about the smell of it?
I like the smell. It smells good.
You can't eat it, Daryl. So don't be putting your tongue in there and stuff. That's just nasty.
It does smell good though. It has like a natural smell to it.
It's 100% organic. What do you think? Do you have anywhere that you want us to rub it to try it?
On my hand, and it hurts. And
Well, let me see. Let's see what we can do.
You're supposed to get like a little sensation or something?
Yeah, you get a little bit of a tingling.
Alright, for sure, 'cause I feel it working.
Oh, wow. I see the scarring. Do you take pain pills for this?
not anymore.
Did you dance with Nancy Norco? Did you love her for a little while?
Yes.
Yes, we all did. She's toxic. Okay. Just a second here. So what do you think, Daryl? It's been a few minutes.
I'm feeling it. I feel it's like kind of getting like a little warm right there where it was hurting at.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like the pain's coming down a little bit.
Yeah.
I
That
feel
is,
relaxed too. Shoot.
it has all organic orange oil in it that,
That's where the citrus smell comes from.
and it also takes swelling down. It's a natural anti-inflammatory. So what do you think?
Feel tingly, like it does. It has an effect towards my hand, and then it feels good. Like I can't remember because I can't.
Good. You know, if you continually use this, you won't have any pain. I was trying to think last night of how many years I danced with Nancy Norco. And when I finally figured it out, I decided I wouldn't tell you because it was too long. But there's a lot of different effects for coming off of opiates. There's behavioral issues that I never really knew about before through the years trying to come off of that. And the doctor will give you that for pain, and then you don't hurt anymore, but you also don't emotionally feel anymore either. And so dancing with Nancy can be very dangerous. And when I came off of it cold turkey, which I don't suggest anyone do, but I was physically ill for 3 weeks. And I'm still a little angry. You know, I'm still trying to learn how to deal with society. I don't know if, you know, how long your dance with Nancy was, but it's awful. And, you know, I don't have to use anything for pain. When you leave here tonight, we'll give you a 4-ounce jar. And if you just rub it on any time that it hurts, I probably put a lot on because I can see your hands is oily. I get a little carried away with it. I would bathe in it if I could. What'd you think about that? Just being dipped in it? Would that not be amazing? Yes.
Is there enough supply for my girlfriend to massage my back with it?
We're gonna give you a whole jar.
I'm having a lot of back pain.
Okay, so Daryl's girlfriend, I don't know who you are, but Daryl wants a full body massage with our topical. And when are you gonna be home, Daryl?
Never really sure.
Daryl doesn't have a watch. He doesn't have a watch on, so he doesn't know when he's gonna be home. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
My birthday just passed. I hit 21.
Right on. Do you want to say hello to anyone?
My sister was at home, taking care of the kids, being there for her family. My mom, if she sees this, and my cousins, if they see this, and I'm actually gonna join the army too.
Right on. That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. Daryl, I know you just won't talk about your massage. So, do we have any questions? Does anybody want to talk about anything? Okay. So we are starting to have a live audience. I did notice last time I was here that there was room for plenty of people in the audience, and how much fun would that be to come down here and join us and be on the show, and say hi to your friends and let us try the topical on you. Next week, we are having our guest, David Carr, and he is from Perfect Grow. And what David does is David builds grow rooms. And he is the master of grow rooms. Not only does David build grow rooms, but David builds baking kitchens for edibles. So if you have any questions, get them in so I'll know what to ask him. He will be here August 9th at 6 o'clock. And hopefully Daryl and Dude will be back as well. Hopefully we'll have an audience. Next week we're going to be giving out free topical, and we'll have refreshments here for our guests. And any of our guests are more than welcome, whether you are for cannabis or whether you're not for cannabis. Come and talk to us, tell us your pros and cons. If, let's just say you have a grandma that hurts really bad and she has bad arthritis, bring grandma in. We want to rub some topical on her. We can sit her right here on the couch and we can get an honest opinion. I would love someone in their 80s, because people in their 80s are like 100% honest and they have no filter. So please, if you're watching and you have a grandma that hurts, bring her down, bring your great grandma down. Let's give her some refreshments and stop her from hurting.
And I had a question about the software. So it's supposed to make me feel relaxed too.
Yes, Daryl, it's
Because I'm
supposed
feeling pretty good over here.
it relaxes your whole body.
I
Just
feel
by
I
putting
was about
it.
to say, I feel like it went from my shoulder to this shoulder to my body, and I was ready, hey, let's go to sleep.
It does have all organic lavender in it. So,
it's that body relaxation.
Yeah, total body relaxation. Is it relaxing you?
Yes, it is.
Isn't that nice?
It's amazing.
It's amazing. I used to take sleeping pills. I don't know if anybody else does, but and melatonin. I don't have to take any of that anymore. I can rub this topical on me. I do head to toe, and I go to sleep within 10 minutes. Well, Daryl's almost asleep in the chair over here. I have created also a facial cream for the ladies, and I've been using this for about 2 weeks. My 11 is almost gone, and I can't seem to get it open because I have topical all over my hands. But this is made with 100% sweet, dark almond oil. Smell that. That's strictly for the face, and it's all organic. It makes your face soft as a baby's butt. It really does. It really does. I'll send one home for your girlfriend. Maybe you'll get a massage. And we'll send home one for you for your sister that's watching the children. Smells nice, huh? Now, the facial cream, what I do in the evenings is I wash my face And before I go to bed, I put this on. Now, in the mornings, I know that most of you ladies do use cream in the daytime as well. So I found a way to use it in the daytime as well. So after I get out of the shower and I dry my face off, I put the cream on my face. I let it stay while I comb my hair, get dressed or whatever. And then I take a hot cloth and put it over my face and wipe it completely. And there is no facial cream needed except this. It's 100% organic. There's no side effects from it. And it actually reduces your wrinkles. I mean, if you can imagine, how cannabis relaxes your body, it relaxes your wrinkles too. Because they say, when you frown a lot, you're going to cause wrinkles, or, oh, these are my laugh wrinkles. It's because your face is just, yeah. And your skin needs to be relaxed too. I mean, a lot of people think that cannabis is just for relaxing you mentally, but cannabis can be used for losing weight. I do the sugar leaves fresh on a salad, and there's no psychosomatic effects of that. And you lose weight that way. Cannabis is very, very, very high in fiber. By the way, I say it on every show, don't eat the topical. Don't smoke the topical. I've had people try those things, and it's topical. It's not food. It's not anything to smoke. It is for your skin. That's where it stays. I don't know what else to do. We don't have any questions. And we had lined up a guest this evening to come and talk to everyone he was a dispensary owner in LA, but he got tied up in traffic. So we are a little bit in lacking of subject to talk about, I suppose, unless we get some questions. Or Benny, how are you? Come join us.
Oh no!
Oh, how nice of you to come and visit.
Is this blends?
Yes. How are you, Benny?
I see you guys been indulging
Yes.
in the blends.
Mm-hmm.
Smells good.
We've been rubbing it on. Do you have anything that hurts?
No, because I already use blends. So
Okay, I was gonna tell you I wasn't gonna rub it on your feet because I rubbed it on his shoulder and on his hand, but I gotta draw the line. I ain't touching
you ain't touching my feet. Well, guess
Only a
what?
woman that truly loves you completely
Loves you, touches your feet.
touches your feet.
Well, I guess I'm loved. So I want to talk a little bit more about this because, a lot of people don't understand, because as I've talked to people about this, they've told me that they don't want to use it because it's marijuana, so on and so forth. But I also read a very interesting article about marijuana, several actually, because I've been trying to educate myself on the actual, forget the recreational use. We all know that gets you high. We already know that. But what I wanted to find out is does it really actually have a medical use or not? And so I've been reading these articles, and I've, number one, let's go straight to pets. Pets with strokes, seizures, those type of things. I've seen they've been putting the THC drops on their under their tongue. These dogs go from seizures to calm dogs. Same thing with the infants who suffer from seizures. I've watched it being used in that form. And so I realized that this is not just for recreational, it definitely has a medical use as well.
Have you been reading my Facebook?
I've been reading your Facebook because I'm trying to figure out what it is, how it is, and what it does. So how are you guys feeling? He looking real happy over here right off the topical.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let me ask you something about this topical, because I need to know one last thing. Is this going to show up in my drug test?
No, because it's topical.
Meaning?
If you rub Dove lotion on your skin
Mm-hmm.
and you go take a urinalysis that day, it is not going to say Benny rubbed Dove lotion
I use
on his
Suave,
skin.
so it definitely
Well,
won't
it's
say
just
that.
lotion. But if you eat it,
Okay.
you ingest it. Therefore, it goes into the bloodstream, and you most definitely
So is this edible?
know.
I can't put this on crackers and cheese?
You can't even dip your chicken in it.
Can I put it on top of my tacos?
Mm-mm.
My wife is a teacher.
No, you can't put it on your tacos either.
So folks, if you got any questions about the topical, about how it can be used, please comment below. We love to answer your questions. Well, she loved to answer your questions because she's still teaching me. You okay over here, boy? He might have OD'd on the topical.
Gerald has left us.
And Udivon wasn't here with us when he got here.
No, he wasn't really here. He did help me hang the signs.
Oh, he did? Okay.
So he
Okay,
was
girl,
on
wake
for a
up. We
minute.
still at the show, man. Your people looking at you.
Maybe I should put the plant back over there.
So as you guys can see, we're just here having fun with it, discussing it, because you know what, at this point in time, you said it best last time. You said you have closet users. It's time to bring this out to the closet and bring it out to the living room.
I don't think that's ever gonna take place.
Why?
with,
Why? Tell me why. What's
Well,
the reason why?
a lot of my patients are 50 plus
Okay.
in age, and they have husbands or wives, grandchildren, children, great-grandchildren, and they have spent all of their lives telling their children and grandchildren and great-grandchildren, don't do drugs, marijuana's drugs. And that's the big part of this show is I feel my job to you is to convince you that there are medical answers in cannabis. You don't have to get high. You don't get high from rubbing a lotion on your skin. You do
I don't
get,
know about that. You all
No.
right, Daryl?
you know what?
I'm not high.
Daryl's
That
just
was-
relaxed.
That must have been the pre-show.
That was
Y'all already
the
know I'm
pre-show.
crazy naturally, so
Pre-show.
I don't even need to rub no topical on me, and I'm already crazy.
Then he drives the bus on the side, and he's a bus driver. So,
And I do tend to run over people.
yes, and if he comes up to you smiling saying, I got an idea,
That's a good idea.
it's a good idea. It is.
Yeah, here we go. See, cause now she want to go from blends to Benny. Let's
No.
get back to the topical,
Oh.
damn it.
Okay, I got a story for the topicals.
Okay,
Okay, we were at city council,
okay. Oh, here we go.
first city council meeting
Here
I've ever
we
been
go. I'm
to.
gonna get
There's
relaxed like Daryl.
there's two policemen at the door,
Two.
and Benny says, go on, give him your card, tell him what you do.
Hey, from what I understood, it was legal. So why? What was the big deal?
So why don't I just go down there and get in the jail?
Hey, you should just go down there and say, I know you've been chasing criminals all night. Rub a little bit of this on you, officer.
See, but they can't do that because
Because what?
they're part of society's view of cannabis.
What is society's view of cannabis based on your opinion?
It's a psychosomatic drug, and most people put it right up there with LSD and mushrooms.
No way.
Uh,
No way. Impossible.
I'm telling you,
So, now,
Sad but true.
it's true.
okay. So,
He speaks.
oh, yeah, well, you okay over there? How's that shoulder feeling? You feeling okay? Good. You can get, as soon as we leave here, we can go clean some more toilets.
I'm about to go play basketball.
Oh, you about to go play basketball.
Daryl wants
His
a
arm
massage.
feeling good right
Yeah, that's
now.
true. Right.
Daryl ain't getting no massage around here. This is the massage parlor. We're talking about blends. and
So,
topical.
Tell me what people your age and around you think about cannabis.
Talk loud so we can hear you.
They think it's bad, but I mean,
See,
I don't see what's bad about it. And
it's a good medicine.
It can be, but just like anything else, if anything abused can also be bad for you. I mean, you can eat too many eggs and it's bad for you. You can eat too many vegetables and it's bad for you. You can definitely drink too much water and it's bad for you.
You can drink 100 proof vodka and your kidneys shut down.
Ooh, I never drank 100 proof vodka, but I tried the topical.
Your organs do at some point.
Really?
Yes,
No,
it's
never.
very painful.
So how this topical, how well does it work against dealing with pain that normally requires heavy doses of prescription medication?
Perfect.
Well, I can say because I've been taking Tylenol for like the past few days for my shoulder, no lie. And hey, I mean,
It's feeling okay?
no, it does feel good.
I
I'm
told
not even
you.
capping. I'm not even lying. I'm being dead serious.
It works.
I like it.
I use it every night, and I'm not embarrassed of it. I know that it has THC in it. I understand that who I am in the community, but at the same time, it's time for us to quit playing games with this. It's time for us to be real with it, and it's time for us to talk about it, if nothing else, because the rest of the world is talking about it. I just talked to a friend from Vegas, and he told me, hey, Benny, in Vegas, they wouldn't have accepted the fact that it's legal. But we here in California, especially locally in Barstow, we're still struggling with that fact
It's
and
because of the money thing.
a money thing.
Yeah, they want to.
So your generation thinks it's money?
Because look, our generation, a lot of people of our generation are selling it as money, and that's what the government are saying.
He
Right.
said selling it. I didn't say selling it.
No, donations.
Right. Donations.
Donations.
Daryl-
I said our
Daryl-
generation.
Daryl
We're
sa-
two
Daryl
different
sales.
generations.
He better not be.
Okay, go ahead, Daryl, finish.
We let him finish.
He's talking about his friends.
He overdosed enough.
Not him, his friends. Go ahead.
No, but,
Not him, his friends.
but no, you know, people are like
He knows the guy.
they see the money that's being made off of weed, and they're like, okay, well, who wants some hands on this money? And if those, you know,
I don't have a problem with it. You know, for me, it's like this. I can walk out this door right now, and I promise you, I can take probably 30 steps, and I can find 2 people that I can purchase marijuana from. It's not being taxed, it's not being regulated, it's not being tested, and that's a problem for our community right there. And when you're a community that's struggling financially within its infrastructure, you must look at every available opportunity. Voters, state of California voters, not 100%, but a large majority said yes, yes, yes. But here we are in small town Barstow, and we're saying no, 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 but we're saying yes, yes, yes to more taxes. I'd rather see this tax than anything else.
Talking about the topicals and, you know, how we were talking about, they say, oh, it's bad, it's bad, it's bad. If you Google the downside to Dancing with Nancy Norco, compared,
Who the hell is Nancy Norco?
I give all my drugs names.
Okay,
Nancy Norco. Okay, so
Okay.
if you Google the downside of Nancy
I don't want to meet
Norco,
Nancy, by the way.
and if you, be quiet,
I love her.
and if you Google the downside to cannabis, that's all I need you to do. Long-term effects.
What are the long-term?
Please,
Tell me
long-term
what
effects.
the hell are the long-term effects?
I'll tell you the
Okay.
long-term effects.
Long-term effects. Also, but don't, when you finish telling us the effects, I got to tell you about another article I read about marijuana that's very interesting. Go on, Mary Jane.
He's been reading my site too much, bus driver. So what I want people to think of is when they say, oh, no, I won't use cannabis. But you'll use narcotics? See, that doesn't make sense to me. And they're like, oh, no, 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 I won't use cannabis, which is natural from Mother Nature, but I will take something that somebody somewhere made and I have no idea what's in it.
We have no idea what's in it.
Idea what's in it. And we'll take that and be proud that we're trashing our body, but pride goeth before a fall.
Mhm.
They're too prideful to use something 100% organic. I don't
Makes no
understand
sense.
that part.
It's being used. Let's just be real. It's being used. That's not my issue. My issue is I think that it's time to sell it legally. I think it's time to tax it. And I think it's time to use those taxes to
Better
fill in the
community.
gaps of the revenue losses within our community. Because it's here in our community, whether we like it or not. We can run around it all day long, all night long, but let me tell you, there's nowhere to run. It's here, right here. Do you have a problem finding, you smoke weed, Rudy?
Yep.
Do you have a problem finding it?
No.
Daryl, I'm not gonna ask you that question. I know what shirt you got on. So you just use the topical, right?
Daryl just uses the
The
topical,
topical,
but he
nothing else.
knows a friend.
Everybody got friends.
He knows a friend.
Uh-huh.
He knows a friend. I just, every time someone tells me, when I try to talk to them about the topical, they tell me, oh, no, I won't use that drug. You're putting something in you that's going to make you need a kidney transplant, a liver transplant.
And that's what, alcohol? Or
No, that's Nancy Norco.
Really?
Yes.
What, when used too
Your-
much or?
Kidneys and liver are your body's filter.
Okay.
Where do you think the rest of that your body didn't use goes? In your liver and in your kidney. And do you know that if you need a liver or a kidney because of abuse of a narcotic and or alcohol, from what I understand, you can't go on the list because
Really?
you did it to yourself.
Okay. All right.
So
You
what
made
I'm
that person
saying
loud and clear.
is society is willing to kill themselves. Pride goeth before a fall.
And that makes a lot of sense. So let's get to that article I read. I read an article about marijuana, and they did a scientific test and study where they took 30 women between the ages of 21 and 30, and they took 2 different groups. And on this side, they had smoked marijuana before, and on this side, they had never smoked marijuana. And they did a test, and they did an IQ test, and they found that the women whom had used marijuana before were actually smarter than the ones who hadn't. They actually scored higher on the IQ test. And I found that to be pretty amazing.
You know, another thing this topical helps with what you're talking about is, as far as being smarter,
Uh-huh.
is ADHD.
What does it do for ADHD? Put you to sleep.
No, it relaxes you.
Yeah, because I'm usually like, I'll usually be over here shaking my leg. I'm not doing that.
Daryl's having a hard time holding on the chair.
Chair, I know that
Rudy's
topical boy. Rudy,
His leg's not shaking either.
Rudy done went speechless over there off the topical. Now I gotta ask you guys both. We're talking honestly here. This ain't for Facebook or for the show. Do you feel something when she rubbed that on you?
Yeah.
What did you feel? Tell us.
I tell you, I asked her, it's supposed to be like feeling warm, feel like it's finally like it's working through. And the next thing you know, like 10 minutes later, hey, you're supposed to be feeling relaxed.
You feel relaxed.
And she said it's lavender inside of there. So everything that she put in there is working in there, it's blending it in, it's feeling pretty good.
So Daryl can talk.
Lavender. What does lavender do inside the topical? What is exact? Can you tell us? Not all the ingredients. We know there's some proprietary things here, but tell us that the basic ingredients that actually have a healthy result in your body.
Okay, I can do that. Lavender relaxes your body,
Okay.
and the orange oil is a natural anti-inflammatory.
Okay.
The frankincense is
What?
a natural
I always
pain
wanted to know
reliever.
what the hell is a frankincense. I ain't never seen a frankincense. I saw frankincense. So what is frankincense?
I don't know.
What do you buy it?
It's like kind of like a plant kind of.
I buy the organic oils. I have a company that I buy it from. I buy in bulk. Let's see what else. Okay, the organic shea butter from Africa.
What's the shea butter do?
Oh, it's amazing. It makes your skin so smooth. Like the elderly, they have problems with their skin being paper thin.
Mm-hmm. And they also develop
They
those
need
age
this.
spots on it.
They need it on their arms so that it helps build back up the skin. I know it sounds crazy, but it works. And it moistens their skin naturally, and it helps them to keep from bumping and scratching on things.
Wow. So this will be good for grandma.
Yeah.
It's a Christmas gift.
And
do cookies come with it? I'm just messing with
cookies
you.
might, and I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you
Okay.
a really weird story. You can believe it or not believe it,
Okay.
but I like to test my own product on stuff.
Really weird story. Let me get comfortable for this one coming
Yeah.
from you, because I know this is gonna be good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I was working in the garden, and I didn't want to stop working in the garden. 'cause,
Now, when you
know,
say
there's-
garden, what were you going
So I was working in the
to?
garden, and anyway, I was working in the garden. I didn't want to go in the house, and then I started getting hungry. And you know how when you get hungry, your stomach cramps up and it starts making noise.
Mhm.
Okay, so I went in my greenhouse because I have
A greenhouse. What's in
I
a
have-
greenhouse?
a refrigerator that holds my topical.
Okay.
So I go in there, and I just thought I would try it out. Why not? I rubbed it across my stomach, and massaged it in. And within like 5 minutes, I didn't feel hungry anymore. I mean, I don't know if you can tell, but I've lost 36 pounds.
I do know that you did lose weight.
Yes.
Wait a minute here. Forget everything she just told y'all. This topical is not for pain. Ladies, you want to lose weight? Got it right here. No more gym.
Menstrual cramps, gone.
Menstrual cramps?
Gone. Exactly, huh? Gone.
Menstrual attitude?
Exactly.
Gone?
Gone.
All right.
And I'm telling you, I'm telling you.
So basically, fellas, what this lady just said is if you have a wife at home and she's having attitude,
PMS.
PMS,
Put some THC against her PMS, and then everybody will be okay.
happy.
Yeah.
There you go, baby.
Definitely. See, that's the time that you can rub your lady instead of her massaging your shoulder.
So when you rub this on, is it a daily process, a weekly process, a monthly process?
Some people that have very extensive chronic pain, some of them do have to use it 4 days in a row in order to see a good effect from it. So if you're starting to use it and it doesn't affect you as quickly as someone else, continue to do so. I've had people like on the 4th, 5th day, oh yes, now I see. I use it every night, because when do you take your pain pills and everything? Every day. So when do you rub your topical on? Every day. It's like your morning vitamin. I know society is cold and cruel and a little bitter, and a smile goes a long way, huh, Daryl?
Absolutely. And then again, so we have,
not to cut you off. When you go to work, don't want to smell like weed. You know you can rub the weed. Hey, think about it.
that's funny.
Not that Daryl smokes weed or
Yeah,
anything.
It's his friend.
It's his friend that he knows.
So do you actually give these samples out for free?
Yes, I do. So that's another thing I wanted to talk to our viewers about.
Okay.
If you're a
These are
non-believer,
your viewers. These are my viewers. I'm just a crash course guest.
you just got yanked up here.
Uh-huh.
So I got my bus
They need a
driver's
personality
license
that
too.
didn't rub the topical on. Here I am. Natural. This is natural, right?
Yes.
Natural.
100%.
100% natural.
And
And then you were going to talk about giving them these away for free. She's having a topical fart. Excuse her.
all the non-believers out there, we do have, like I said, an audience. We have room for audience.
Yes.
Come, all the audience members will get a sample of this. I want you to try it. It won't cost you anything to come down here for 30 minutes. And when you first get here, rub your topical on, and then I'll have you guys come up and if you want to.
Yeah, because we like them.
If you don't want to come out of the audience, that's okay. And we won't show the audience on TV, just like on my Facebook. Like on my Facebook, I don't share the personal messages. However, I do post their answers.
Okay.
And it's not directed toward anyone. It's just a post. Those things are because people personal message me and say, what about this? What'll help this? And so
Those are those closet folks you talking about?
yes.
Okay. All right.
Because let's face
What
it,
made you-
society
so-
doesn't believe it yet.
They don't. What made you decide to even come up with this? Another thing that I want to know.
Well, I had rheumatic fever in my late 20s,
Okay.
and I lost total function of my body. I was in a wheelchair
Mm-hmm.
for 2 months, and I went through extensive medical stuff. But anyway, due to that, I had to take pain pills in order to walk because my knees felt like someone had taken a bat and beat them. And my daughter was in the cannabis industry, and she was talking about a topical she wanted to make. So I bought her all the stuff, sent it to her on Amazon, and she didn't make it.
You see this bruise right here?
Mhm.
This happened today. So you see the swelling here too? I had to jump a fence to get into a house. I wasn't burglarizing. I was going to go clean the toilets. I was going to go clean the toilets in the
Break
sink.
in my house and clean my toilet.
But as you can see, so it's swelled and I'm in pain a little bit, not a lot. So I just thought I would just try it on here and see if it actually would work for that. And someone asked last time we were on the show is, can this be used on open wounds?
Okay. Now we go back to
The
your
drug test.
test.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Because what you're doing on an open wound
Okay.
is you're putting THC, because this is not CBD, it's THC.
What's the difference between CBD and
See,
THC?
I told you don't ask me technical questions.
But I want to know
just
personally
what
because a
works
lot
for
of
me.
people
I
ask
will
me,
post
well, hold
something
on, a lot of people, yeah,
Facebook.
please give me
I
education
will.
because a lot of people always say it has the CBD oil in it because they're willing to use the CBD,
You
but
know
they're
what?
not willing to try the THC
You get the CBD
from the THC.
from the THC,
No matter what they say.
no matter what they say.
Okay.
And then they try to say, oh, you can't get high off CBD. Now, I don't know about you, but CBD relaxes me.
I've never
When I
tried. I've
smoked
never
the vape
knowingly tried
Well,
CBD.
I was curious, so I did.
But where do you get CBD from? I've never seen it.
The
Saw
smoke
it.
shops here on Main Street.
What?
They've got little cookies and cookie CBDs and
And that's legal
all
to
that stuff.
sell?
And that's legal to sell,
it's
but
legal, but
not this.
Yeah.
But it has the exact same effect for.
No.
See, I never really paid attention to that. This is sold, CBD oil is sold at any liquor store.
And see, and when you say
Wow.
that people say, oh, I'm not willing to try the THC, but you're willing to ruin your liver and your kidneys because of what people think of you? I don't care what people think. I don't want to hurt And when I rub this on me, I don't have to dance with Nancy anymore because she's evil.
Mm-hmm. Who's
You know,
Nancy?
Norco.
Nancy Norco.
I
So
don't have to dance with Nancy, not at all. I don't have to take sleeping
Nancy's
pills.
ugly is what you're saying, basically.
She's just toxic. She's just
And
toxic.
then, so let me ask you this question. The opiates, what's her name? Or is that a him?
I don't know, I've always just been hooked on Norco for
Norco?
pain. Nancy Norco. It's an opiate.
It's the same thing as,
Opiates.
would that be the same thing as, what's the other one you said?
Oxycontin.
Oxycontin?
No, Oxycontin's stronger. So you go your 800 ibuprofen.
Mhm.
If that don't work,
Then
then you get Norco.
Mhm.
And if that don't work, then you get, help me out here, Daryl. What does your friend think you get next?
Not Daryl, his friend.
His friend.
Well,
Okay, so you
Vicodin.
get,
Vicodin.
and then you get Vicodin. When Vicodin stops working,
Oxycontin.
then you get Oxycontin. And then when, I don't know what you get.
Heron.
You get Heron.
Hey, well, so this, are we pronouncing that wrong?
Wait. Okay.
Wait.
When I first mentioned heroin, now you got me saying it. When I first mentioned heroin,
Okay.
you said, you talking about that heroin? So you said it first.
And I've never actually seen Heron live in person ever in my life. I've never seen an Oxycontin live and in person ever in my life. Of course, I've seen Vicodins because those are so easily prescribed. I mean, I had a tooth taken out and I ended up with 2 big old bottles of Vicodin from as a prescription. And they didn't like give you one with a refill. They gave them both at the same time. And I flushed them because I using them one
Thank you for
time.
adding to our drinking water.
Hey, is that what I did? Don't flush the Vicodins, folks.
No, the city has
Get
rid of your
drugs. I was just trying to get them out the house. I got
I'm sure
kids.
Daryl appreciates it when he drinks water, but go ahead. Well, his friend does.
His friend, and Daryl better not be using nothing like that.
No, it's his friend.
So, Daryl, would you like a sample to take home with you? Why?
Daryl wants a big
Why?
jar because he
Big
came
jar.
on the
I
show.
want to buy a jar. How much? Like, how much is the donation? Like, if we give a donation, which one do we get?
Well, do
Facial
you
or-
need facial cream?
What can we take?
It's not gonna make you light skinned, girl. That's for sure. It'll make your skin nice and oily. And see, look at my hands. I don't know if you guys
The
can tell that,
the
but
facial stuff does not
I
make
clean
your face
toilets
oily.
for a living, and look at my hands. They are nice and smooth. They're still rough. Can't do nothing about that. I'm a real man, ladies. But all you got,
Drives
but
that
these
bus
hands are only
quite
for
well.
one woman. Elsa, I see you. Hi, baby. Can I give a shout out to your wife, don't you? While you're talking about topicals, and plus, Elsa, my wife, she thinks she's not using the topicals, right? Little did she know. Every time she rub them on my feet, guess where it's going?
Into her.
On her hands. No
Yeah.
wonder she gets so nice at night. You're always nice.
So you were asking me why I made this, and then you cut me off.
Well, because I'm a bus and I run folks over. You already know
is
that.
no shit.
You still recovering.
Okay, so no, you're under the bus now because you're on the couch.
I know I wasn't supposed to be on this show, but
Okay,
hey, I gotta
so-
make it interesting.
So anyway, so she never made it, and then she came to visit
Look
me.
at our
And I
live
said,
audience. Hi, live audience.
I
Hi,
said-
Dave, Mark. I'm just gonna call you L because you don't want to be.
we'll call them audience X.
We got a little audience. We're hoping to get more of an audience to get more questions, give out more of the product, and get you folks really talking about cannabis.
Exactly, and what cannabis can do for you outside of getting you high. Like I said, there's salads, there's juices.
Salad. So where would I go purchase a cannabis salad at?
I don't know where you'd purchase cannabis salad at, but that's another thing I wanted to mention.
Who
Okay,
makes cannabis
Prop 6, I do. Prop 64, Prop 64 does protect us against growing outside as
Okay.
long as it's in a gated, locked, protected
So we
area.
can grow outside. I can grow
So
outside
you
my
can
house
grow
right now.
outside, and what you
What
do.
about if my neighbor called the police on me? Because he is a police officer. What if he calls the police on me?
Prop
So
64.
I just whip out my thing called Prop
We don't
64?
want you whipping
Do we
your
still
thing
got
out.
Prop-
Elsa, not let him do
everybody
that.
be hit up in their head up in here.
Uh-huh.
Everybody gonna need some of this topical if that happens. Y'all know we crazy.
Your husband. Elsa.
Do you have
Your prize. Your
she know I'm
prize.
crazy. Do you have Prop 64 over there? It should be on a table somewhere. Or
Anyway,
inside
what
the-
I was saying is
Look
everybody
inside.
has the ability to use Prop 64 to grow from what I understand, up to 10 plants. I'm not really sure, but
How long does it take to grow a plant? Would you know? Have one of your friends ever told you?
ask Daryl's friends.
One of my friends said it takes from anywhere from 4 to 12 weeks for certain plants.
Now, here's the difference between why. Let's just say, let's just pretend I grow.
Okay, we'll pretend that you grew this topic, the stuff on this
Okay,
topic.
let's pretend I grow. Now, to me, there's a difference between pretending that. Oh yeah, that's right. We're pretending that I grow. Okay.
Topical.
I would grow. I would grow the cannabis for my salads. I would pinch off the fresh sugar leaves and put them on the top of any salad.
My friend, I have never seen the bud before. I mean, Anyway, the sugar leaves, where are those located at on the plant?
You have, let's just say this is the bud and you've got all your leaves coming out this way. Those are the sugar leaves.
The stuff people normally throw away, I think.
Right. Now, what I'm talking about for salads is before the plant starts flowering, because of course you don't want to pinch off your sugar leaves once the plant starts flowering. Am I getting this right, Daryl? Is that what your friend said?
Yeah.
Okay. So you don't want to pinch off anything, of course, once it starts flowering, because, then your plant will concentrate on healing where you pinched it instead of making that flower beautiful, God's gift to us, So when you pinch off what you want to make a salad, it's way before flowering stage, because once your plant starts flowering, you don't want to touch it, you don't want to pinch it or anything. But once it's done and hung upside down, is that what they do, Daryl?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Okay. So once all that's done, and you do your trimming, so now you have your roots and your sticks. Okay. So it's probably going to take a while, but my goal is to teach you how to use the end for something medicinal for your body. And you will slowly set down those pills, and you won't need that big old pill counter and trying to swallow the pills with your hot coffee so it won't get stuck in your throat. That's completely ridiculous.
People take pills with coffee.
Yes. And you won't have to crush up your Oxycontin and do lines of it.
They snort Oxycontin.
Yes, they do.
I don't believe
By the
it.
way, I want to do a shout out to Cheyenne Blocker. She is Beagles and Buddies. I wore this for you. Our vets are our heroes.
Is this another cannabis-based
This
operation?
is a disabled veterans option. The disabled
I love the way
veterans
she explains
love my
everything.
topical.
I asked her one question. She comes back with, "This is a vet."
I love her.
Okay.
Cheyenne's wonderful.
And how do they help the vets?
How do they help the vets? Okay, so Beagles and Buddies. The buddies.
Beagles and buddies. Is that
Yes.
dogs and friends?
Yes.
Okay.
So you have disabled veterans training these animals, stray animals, to become service dogs for other disabled veterans.
Okay.
Well, how amazing.
How does that tie into cannabis?
Okay, so I heard through a friend about
Okay.
Cheyenne.
Always a friend.
And not only does Cheyenne, it was Daryl's friend, by the way.
Daryl's friend. Daryl's friend.
That
Every day
Cheyenne,
blame the black man. Hey, go ahead.
Cheyenne was involved in the disabled veterans community in Apple Valley.
Uh-huh.
So I contacted her on Facebook and coordinated some topical to be at her house,
Okay.
shall we say. And the disabled vets love it. It actually gives them the ability to do something besides just sit there and hurt. Because, after a while, Nancy is not used for pain because you've already built up a tolerance to Nancy. However, you need Nancy
To stay alive.
to stay alive.
That's interesting.
It's like an ex-wife
Very
that wants half.
And we talked about this last show, and I know that firsthand because, like I told you, the doctors pretty much told my mom if she stopped taking her prescription medication, she would die. Her body would want to shot, and she would die. And I find that, if you took this topical for 10 years, if you stop taking it, are you gonna die?
No.
Okay, I'm just
No.
saying, because it's so bad for us, and it's so funny, as I was thinking about your topical and thinking about the different opinions I've heard over the last couple of weeks about the last show, because I've got a lot of phone calls and a lot of different opinions, some good,
I
some
love
bad.
this show.
I do too. Some good, some bad. And one of the things I was thinking about as I drove here, because I mentioned eggs earlier, I think I was talking to you about it, right? And I was telling you how over my lifespan, I'm 50. How many times? Okay, you're a little younger than me. So you wouldn't know none of that. How old is my lifespan? How many times have they told us eggs are bad for you? But they still put them in cake. They still put them in cookies. They still put them in this. And then it went to milk is bad for you, but now milk is good for the bones, good for the body.
And you can't do that Capri Sun drink because that's moldy.
That's moldy.
And you can't eat lettuce because it has some, I don't know.
Salmonella on it.
There you
And
go.
you better not mix your chicken with the vegetables because that's going to kill you.
And then they got the little bitty chickens and they're showing him with this big needle and all of a sudden it's a nice big when a chicken was
I
this
wonder
small.
why my chicken breasts are that big.
Exactly. What the hell
You don't
are
do
they
that
putting
with
in that?
So that, and the topical is 100% organic.
Organic.
Nothing in it is
Organic.
man-made.
I am not going to let the man kill me.
Who's the man?
The government.
Okay. I'm
The
just
pharmaceutical people.
I think when
Do
people say
you
the man, I
realize?
gotta find out who he is. I'm looking for the man. If y'all see him, tell him he's looking for him.
Ooh, he's the IRS. He's in
Because
Sacramento.
he got my friends running from him.
Mhm.
What are you going with the man after me? Who's the man? The man.
The man is after
They
us.
always run
Exactly.
They
Just think about it though, if they legalize this and we do away with the need to dance with Nancy,
But see, that's never going to
Then
happen.
how much money?
That's never going to happen.
they're
because
gonna lose
because
money.
they're
gonna
going
lose
to lose money. That's never going to happen because you have to think about it.
Darryl,
If-
you're texting on your phone while we're talking because
No,
that's rude.
No.
I
Give him his
think I
butt.
just
That's
saw,
right.
I
This is-
saw you
It's
get your
straight talk
phone
live,
out of
ain't
your
it?
pocket. Darryl, stop it. Watch
Get off
me
the show,
soon.
boy. And Rudy, I don't know, he's just like a long
And Rudy is paying attention and he's attentive.
relaxed. So
and
how's
he's
your
relaxed.
how's your hand feeling, Rudy?
It was good when she first rubbed it on. It was warm.
Now, was it the medication or was it her hands?
No, it was the medication.
Your husband, Elsa.
You know I gotta act crazy.
Mhm.
So that's what I do. All right, so next week, let's talk about next week, next Thursday. What's happening?
Next
I'm
Thursday.
Straight Talk Live with Blend.
Next Thursday, we're going to announce the winner of our game called Share the Video.
So, tell us about Share the Video. How does that work?
Share the Video, we keep tallies of how many times our members share the video. And the member that shares the videos the most, if they're not a closet cannabis user, we'll announce them, live. If they are, then we can
It'll be
personal
anonymous.
message and it'll be anonymous, but you will get a nice gift. And we'll have a different game each week. And those are the rules. Share, share, share. Next week, our guest is going to be David Carr. David Carr is the founder and owner of Perfect Grow. David builds grow rooms.
Really?
Not only does he build grow rooms, but he builds edible kitchens, which is kitchens that you bake edibles in with all the right equipment.
Okay.
Perfect.
So basically, this is the educational form.
This is an educational form of
Where we have fun, though. We're going to have fun.
where we have fun.
We're going to rub the topical.
And you learn what you can do with cannabis
What's the topical?
to save your
What's the
body.
topical?
Everybody
Y'all
gets
want topical?
everybody gets
Everybody gets
topical.
topical.
Before we're off, I want to do a shout out to
We're not
my
off
cousin
yet.
Jamie.
Okay.
I want her to wear the witch hat properly. I passed it over to her a
Oh,
couple
witch
of
hat.
months ago. It's in our family. It's called pass the hat.
Uh-huh.
It's a witch hat.
Okay.
And sometimes, the saying, sometimes you got to put on the hat and show them who they're dealing with, right?
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Okay, so she has the hat, and I want to make sure she was wearing it right.
Okay. All right. So next Thursday, we have, what's his name again?
David Carr.
David Carr. I can
David Carr from Perfect Grow.
My nephew, I can think of David Carr. And he's going to teach, or he's going to come bring some of his models. What is he going to do?
He's going to answer questions.
And educate.
And
So far, we
educate.
got to get y'all to start asking some questions.
You're going to ask some
Elsa,
questions?
Deanna, Robbie,
No,
Paula,
I want,
I see all y'all.
Whoever,
we see all y'all. Hello.
And,
Y'all want some topical? Who wants topical? You want topical? You want topical? You want topical?
what
Tell
about,
me all this topical.
what if we have a call in live where we have cell phone on speaker and you guys call in and talk to us live on the show? Would you rather do that than doing the comment? It doesn't
Whatever
matter to
works,
me.
and just know
I'm
this show-
100% open.
She's going to evolve this show. This is going to be a really great show. I see a good future for this show because I think even the people in the closet are starting to come out slowly but surely. Here we go, negative Nancy.
I'm not negative. Nancy is Nancy Norco. Negative Nelly. You gotta get the names right.
Okay. All right, tell us one more time about the products, how we get them, and how they can get some samples.
You
I'm
can
just gonna
get
throw these
you
at our
can
live
get
audience.
you can get your free samples. You can get your free samples by coming here and being part of our live audience.
Mhm. Next week, and just so you know, we will be having refreshments. Next week we'll have water, and every time that someone comes, there will always be gifts. Today we have something that goes along with your cannabis. We have big lighters, and they also say, let's see, Cannabis Straight Talk 2018. We got lighters for everybody today. We've got topical for everybody today, and we really need you guys to whom are for cannabis to really pay attention, to continue to like, share, watch, and invite others. This is how we'll grow this show.
And you'll get a
hopefully
nice
educate
prize. Whoever shares it the most, you'll get a nice prize.
What's the prize gonna be? Because I might go home and just start sharing.
I cannot tell you what the prize is
Yeah.
going to be. The prize is anonymous, and only the winner will know. If they choose to share it online, they can.
Okay.
But I can't say, oh, this person won blah, 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 if they're not supposed to have blah, blah, blah in a certain
What's
city.
blah blah blah?
It's like the man talk. Tell him,
Okay,
Daryl.
all right. Yeah, your friend. Your friend. Next week we're gonna get Daryl's friend on here.
Daryl,
I
you
need
need
to
to
talk to
bring
your
your friend. You need to bring your
I
friend,
can't go through
Daryl.
Daryl. I can't be going through Daryl. I wanted his friend here in the show.
No more middleman, Daryl.
All right. So your next show is when?
My next show is August 9th at 6 p.m. And
Right here.
right here, maybe we'll have some nice Southern iced tea.
Southern iced tea. What's that about? Is that called iced tea?
Mm-hmm.
Well, they gotta get folks. I don't know who's out there watching this in the cannabis industry, but I'm gonna tell you right here, this lady right here, she is a cannabis chef like nobody's business. If you can make it with regular food, this lady right here can make it with cannabis. And
Definitely.
do you make Rice Krispie treats?
Yes, I do.
Really?
Well, Daryl's friend does.
Daryl's friend does.
Daryl's
Daryl, tell
friend.
your friend to bring, maybe the audience will like some Rice Krispie treats or some chocolate chip cookies.
Or some iced tea.
Some gummy bears to go along with the iced tea.
I know
Yeah.
a few people who can make that.
You know what?
He
would
knows
be-
a few people that know a few people.
You know what would be an
I'm
interesting
saying.
show if we could get your nurse.
Well, you know what? We could get my nurse via Skype.
Scott, no, actually, we can add her to the group and she could be right there in the corner.
I would love
We
that.
can do that.
I would love
We have
that.
the ability to do that. We can actually
I would love
add
that.
anybody to the
Our
group.
background is actually from our nurse.
And this is look at the background. Look what this girl came and did. She done transformed the set from HD Straight Talk to Blend, and she did an excellent job.
Yes.
I'm surprised. I'm overwhelmed at her loyalty, commitment to her topical. And for those of you who are interested in getting into any type of business, this is the type of drive you must have to get it off your kitchen table and into the store shelves.
You gotta eat, live, and sleep cannabis. Oh,
You
Daryl.
forgot shit. No,
Oh, Daryl.
Are we live? No, man.
Yep.
That's
It's the
right.
top
That's right. That's right.
Blame it on the
You gotta
topical.
believe in your product. You know what? And I used to walk the streets giving it to everyone because I just wanted everybody to see that it works. You know, and
Hey,
it
I'm
works.
ready to go to sleep.
It works wonderful.
Ain't gonna be no basketball after all?
I mean, that's everybody ready basketball. Already
Okay, Daryl does not want to play basketball
We
now.
need more, huh? You ready to eat and go to sleep?
Daryl's ready for his lady to do his massage. Remember, he is bringing you home your facial cream. Remember, I told you in the evenings after you wash your face, you rub it with the topical, the one with the blue lid. And in the mornings after you take a shower, you rub your face with the topical and put a hot rag over it, and then
You
wipe it
never told
dry.
me about the hot rag.
And you wipe it dry and pat it. Put your makeup on. Your face will be as smooth as a baby's bottom.
My hands feel really good, and that's honestly that truth. And you know, I've been cleaning all day.
Well,
They
there's a
feel
difference
nice.
between the oils that are made.
But
This,
can't you use that on your hands as well? Since it's
yes,
the
you
top of your
can.
skin?
It's 100% organic, dark, sweet almond oil.
Almond oil. What's the almond do? You know I'm gonna ask because I want to know what everything
Almond
does.
oil is wonderful for rebuilding the properties in your skin.
And this works on all skin colors.
Not the purple ones.
Damn, Daryl.
We're just having a good time with Lynn and Straight Talk. Next Thursday.
I'm gonna sit down on the couch with you next time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sit in his chair.
Uh-huh.
Sit
Next,
over here with you.
what, you don't want to sit with me?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. You know, you didn't like my idea that I had.
What idea? I didn't like.
I want you to do a show, and it might cost you a little money, but get one of the street walkers off the street here. Bring her in here. Put a bag here.
Okay.
Bring her in here.
Get her a shower.
I mean, it may cost you $20. I hear that's the going rate.
Oh my God.
I know that's low, huh? Put 2 bags here. And I'm serious. I want you to get one of them in here.
Okay.
And I would like to know where they began and how they got there.
You know what? I'm gonna make that happen for you. I'm gonna make that happen
3
for you. I
bags.
promise.
Now that I think about it.
We're gonna get a tarp. Yeah, I'm gonna help you with that.
Not mine. You're not gonna use my tarp.
Make
Make sure Daryl's here. Oh, could you make sure Daryl's here?
Daryl, be
Could
here.
you? Oh.
Everybody loves Daryl.
No, I want Daryl to sit on the couch with her. Yay!
All right, so we're gonna close the show, folks. You're gonna come back and you won't see me. Definitely see her next Thursday,
And David
August
Parr.
9th. And
From Perfect Grow.
that's correct. And we'll have she'll have plenty of samples for you guys, and we're gonna have some food here. We're gonna have some water for you, and the people who do the show, do everything behind the scenes, are gonna make sure we have a full audience next time, right? She don't want to talk about it. I could tell who it is, but y'all know her. She don't want nobody. It's
She's one of
Liz.
them closet people.
Oh, she's the closet. She's the closeter.
Yeah, she's in the closet.
Have a good night, folks. You know,
Bye.